Welcome to the When in Robes podcast. This is the only show where you don't need clothes to travel the world. I'm Carly Konsker, your host and personal travel guide. Let's do the damn thing. Hello. Welcome back to When in Robes. I'm Carly Konsker, and today I am coming to you from Hotel Says in Saint-Tropez, France. Yes, I am in the south of France. This hotel is absolutely gorgeous. It's very simple, classic, modern, and it has everything you possibly could need. The bathroom here is huge. We are in a Coconut King room. And when I say we, I mean my friend Elizabeth and I, because she came and joined me on this vacation and we are going to be traveling together for the next week. So I'm really excited because this is our first trip together. So I was in Monaco and she was in Nice, and I picked her up at the Nice airport. She flew in. I met her there. We had a transfer from the airport to our hotel here in Saint-Tropez. It was about an hour and a half drive, really easy. He was standing there with a sign for us. It was not a fuss at all. We were able to get here without a problem. So when we arrived in Saint-Tropez, we arrived to Hotel Says. And this hotel, you see a gorgeous, beautiful pool. It has a 24-hour concierge, so there's always somebody to pick up the phone to call you a taxi if you need to get home late at night. There's a shuttle service here to and from the beach and to and from the town where all the restaurants are. This hotel also has a spa. It's really cute. It has a whirlpool. I believe you can get manicures, pedicures. There's a bunch of spa services, and it's really petite and adorable. There's also a breakfast restaurant, and you can get a buffet breakfast there or order like eggs a la carte. I had that this morning and it was terrific. They had great chocolate croissants and they had different pastries. It wasn't the biggest buffet, but you can definitely find something for everyone. So this room that we are staying in, it's a Coconut King room, as I mentioned. It is very large. It has a beautiful outdoor area. It has both an indoor and outdoor shower. It has a massive bathtub that's actually really pretty. It has enough mirror space for both of us to get ready, but not that much counter space. So we had to kind of divvy up where we were putting all our stuff, but we made it work. And there's 2 closets with a bunch of hangers, definitely some drawers. You have a mini fridge and coffee maker with the TV, and everything's pretty compact and in their place, and there's definitely plenty of room for everything. And we brought a bunch of stuff. So for 2 girls traveling, it definitely fits all of our needs. You also get a welcome drink upon arrival, or if you want to have it later at the bar, you can have a drink of your choice. And it was really a nice touch upon arriving in Saint-Tropez. So my friend Elizabeth and I, we had a lot of reservations while we were in Saint-Tropez. I kind of took over the job of making our itinerary for us. So let me get into kind of a robing after dark / in-robe dining / beach club partying all day, which, similar to the Mykonos episodes, it's where I thrive. So beach clubs and the party beach club lunch culture are my people. Like, that is where I excel in life, amongst other places, but I truly do love the idea of having late lunches, late dinners, partying through the afternoon, then taking our little bit of a rest, getting ready for dinner, partying all night. It's just something that really fits with who I am and really speaks to me. So we are here for 3 days. And on our first day, we went to the infamous Club 55, Club 55. And I'm sorry if I butcher any names. I do not speak French. Luckily, my friend Elizabeth is fluent in French, so she's been extremely helpful, especially when it comes to my nut allergy. And as many people know, French cooking fries a lot of stuff in peanut oil and uses a lot of peanut oil. So sometimes it is more difficult for me to eat in restaurants. And I honestly didn't even think of it coming to the south of France because it truly just didn't slip my mind. But now in these restaurants, a lot of them do have allergen menus, which is great. And it tells you specifically what allergy is in each dish. And then the others, you just have to speak to them and they'll talk to the chef and come back and tell you what you can and cannot have. So our first day we went to Club 55. It is a famous place for lunch. They are known for their massive crudité, which was amazing. I couldn't have their famous anchovy dip with it, which is fine because I don't really like anchovies anyway. But I was able to have it with olive oil, balsamic, and some like lemon or lime. And the crudité was amazing. They give you full on vegetables. Like you have to cut it up yourself. Like I was eating a full bell pepper. It was insane. We also had the grilled shrimp there, and their bread was amazing. We also wanted to get the mussels there, but they were sold out. And it was a little disappointing because they looked delicious. But the crudité was so big, and the shrimp dish was really big. Also at Club 55, they had people going around playing music, and it was just a really fun atmosphere. Huge restaurant. And then we went to the beach after. It's right on the beach. So we walked to the beach and we had 2 lounges, and they put out like a mat with a backrest, and it was just great. We truly enjoyed ourselves. It was a beautiful day, and it was an amazing first day in Saint-Tropez. That night we went to Le Café, which has been my favorite restaurant so far. Not food-wise, but atmosphere. So they played amazing music. Everyone was dancing, getting up, having a good time. It was one big party. The food was average at best. No one really knows how to cook fish here. We got Dorado, and it was overcooked, like very much so. Like I had to cut it with a knife, which is absurd. But the salad was pretty good. The octopus was a little too oily, but overall the atmosphere made up for the food. So you could even go there just for like a drink, or after your dinner, head over there and enjoy the party and the scene. So we also went to Bagatelle during the day. We had reserved sunbeds in advance, which I highly recommend you do. Bagatelle has a pool. It's on the beach. It's not really like on the ocean front, but it's surrounded by sand, and you get to go there, relax. And then if you do a late lunch reservation like we did, you stay for the party. And we stayed until about 7:30 at night. And it was so much fun. We had a bottle of rosé, incredible clams, amazing tuna tartare. We had this great pasta with tomato sauce. And we also had a side salad, which was basically a Caesar salad, but with spinach. And it was absolutely delicious. People are dancing on the tables. We were dancing on the benches. We were mingling, having a good time, just enjoying the music. The DJ was incredible. Every time someone bought a Magnum-sized bottle of alcohol, they had a different theme and different outfit the waiters would dress up in and come carrying it out. So we saw someone be carried out in a full-on like king and queen royal throne. We saw a monkey, or maybe it was an ape. We saw a rock band. We saw Elton John. Like it was insane to see so many costume changes. So I highly recommend Bagatelle if you are coming to Saint-Tropez. It was definitely one of my favorite days ever, and stay for the party. It starts around 3 or 4. So last night we went to La Opera, and it was very much hyped up to me. Everyone talks about it. It's very famous in Saint-Tropez, and they had the waiters and waitresses dress up in different costumes once again, and they had even more outfit changes than Bagatelle, and it was really fun to see all their dance routines. They broke out in like a Beyonce full-on We Run the World Girls dance routine. They had NBA themed, an NFL themed. They had like a Roman Empire theme. There was a lot of different themes every time, a different song change or every few minutes. And it was a really fun atmosphere. A lot of people were getting up and dancing. The food was okay, but the party and the atmosphere made up for it, and the company made up for it. So if you're going to Saint-Tropez and you want a good time and you want to party, it's great for big groups as well because there's massive tables and it's a really large space. And they have performers both indoors and outdoors. So whether you sit inside or outside, you're not going to miss their performances. Last but not least, today we went to La Réserve à la Plage, which is a beautiful beach restaurant and lounges. We had 2 individual lounges, which was so relaxing, so nice. It was fairly windy today, so there was a nice breeze. And then we had lunch at the restaurant. It wasn't my favorite lunch, but we did get the tuna tartare, a Caesar salad. We got the guacamole, and we got the chocolate mousse and an Eden's mess for dessert. I love an Eden's mess. I love chocolate mousse. The chocolate mousse was a little too rich for me. And the Eden's mess was delicious and very light, but I don't love so much ice cream. I rather more whipped cream which is weird because I do love ice cream, but not in that situation. So that was a little disappointing for me, but overall it was a good meal, just not an incredible meal. That being said, it was so relaxing, so beautiful, and we truly did have a great day. We also went to the town in Saint-Tropez, walked around and shopped today, and there are so many stores, so many beautiful little boutiques, great restaurants in town. It's an amazing place to just walk around. You can also see all the yachts lined up and just take a look, enjoy. You can go to Saint-Tropez. Oh my gosh, I think it's Saint-Tropez. It's the most famous restaurant in Saint-Tropez. It's that all red restaurant. And honestly, we saw A-Rod there this week. And we also saw A-Rod at Club 55. So it's a little insider scoop for you. But it's one of the most photographed, famous restaurants in Saint-Tropez. And we had a great drink there. The breakfast looks amazing, so definitely check it out. Before I wrap up Robing After Dark, let me just tell you a little bit about the robe, since I am wearing the robe here. And we still have a little bit more to talk about for Robing After Dark. But the robe here has the Hotel Says logo. It is not soft. It fits, it's roomy, but it does not pass the soft test. They also don't have real slippers. They have sandals, which some people may like, but I prefer a really soft slipper, especially if my feet are hurting. It's something I look forward to, and I was a little disappointed to see sandals. And once again, I have to wear the men's sandals because the women's sandals are just a bit too small. But I wear a size 9. That's not huge, but it's not tiny. So I am wearing the men's sandals. The robe is not soft. It is roomy, but it's just a white terry cloth robe, and I'm going to give it a 3.5. A 3.5 because it's just truly not soft, and I can't wait to take it off. So let's get back into Robing After Dark. We went to Le Cave, which is the caves, and it was such a fun club. They played incredible music. At the beginning of the night, we were a little bit concerned with the music choices, but as the night went on, the music just got better and better, and we had so much fun. It was packed with people. Our friends luckily had a table there, which really made all the difference. But I definitely recommend going to the caves if you come here. We also checked out VIP room last night, which was a little underwhelming. We went around like 12:30, so it's not that late or that early, but no one really looked like they were having fun. It wasn't popping. So we kind of just left because we didn't feel the need to stay since there was really nothing to stay for. And a lot of these restaurants also turn into clubs. So sometimes you want to stay where you are and sometimes you want to go somewhere else, but it's all in town, all walking distance. We wore low heels. You can wear flats. Obviously, I prefer to have a little bit of a heel just because it makes the outfit. But if you are going to wear flats, like that's totally fine because it's easier to walk around. But the taxis will drop you wherever you need to be. And our hotel luckily has a shuttle that picks us up, but it doesn't go past 12 at night. So we have to take a taxi from town when we go back at night, which is totally fine. But the taxis here, let me just tell you guys, the taxis here aren't normal taxis. They're not like a $10, $15 taxi. They're 20, 30, 40, sometimes 50 euro taxis because they're all private transfers. It's like a private car service instead of just a typical public taxi cab. It's just what they have here, and I have no reason, no knowledge of why. It just is what it is. There's no Uber, nothing like that. You just have to suck it up, and it is what it is. Last but not least, tonight I am checking out Gigi's, which is a new Italian restaurant in town. I can't wait to try it. It looks so cute. It's a mixture of Italian and Mediterranean. That might be an interesting combo, but it should be great, and hopefully it's a good time tonight. Before I go, I have one last story for you guys. So since you guys waited this whole time and we're not doing it in robe dining, they do have a 24-hour room service. We had some ice cream, which was really yummy, but they don't have chicken fingers. And there was truly nothing on the menu that would have piqued my interest for you guys that was worth my time. So I am sorry, but if you're coming here, you're not coming here for the room service, but you're coming here for the rate because this was a lot less expensive than a lot of the other hotels, and it's still so nice. It's still perfect. I would stay here over and over again. The location's amazing. You're a 10-minute drive to the town, and you're a 10, 15-minute drive to the beach club, so you're really central.
I would stay here again. The price was so much better than some of the other hotels, but room service is what you're going to be giving up. So one last story, on our first night here, we ended up running into some friends who had a table at the club, and we were partying at the club all night. And then turns out that they were staying on a yacht. So they had chartered a yacht, like a below deck situation. And they're like, why don't you guys come back? Like, they set up a whole spread for us. I was told there's chicken fingers there. There were no chicken fingers there. And I was basically held captive at sea, brought out to the sea, stranded on a yacht, which there could be worse things. I'm just kidding. I really wasn't stranded on a yacht. I went willingly, but I was lost on the high seas. So we arrived at the port. They had a crew member bring the tender from the yacht over, and we literally got on this tender, which was driven by Benoit. Benoit, shout out to him. He's the true unsung hero of Saint-Tropez. He saved us. He literally brought us to and from this yacht in the middle of the ocean, and thank God for him. Otherwise, I would not be back on land. But we went to this yacht and we watched the sunrise, and it was actually turned out to be a great night, but an incredibly long first night in Saint-Tropez. But we had the best time. We ended up on a freaking yacht, which is absolutely insane. Like, who does that? But I truly did manifest this, because earlier in the day, I said, we just need to find guys who are on one of these yachts, party with them, after party with them, and then go on our merry way. And that's literally exactly what happened. And we didn't plan any of it. We had no idea that they were going to be in Saint-Tropez, no idea that they had a table, and nonetheless invite us to come back to after party. So I'm absolutely in love with Saint-Tropez. It was my first time here. I highly recommend you guys come check it out. Hotel says was amazing and so accommodating and such great staff. They truly helped us in so many ways on our trip. So shout out to them, shout out to this hotel, shout out to Saint-Tropez, and stay tuned, because you never know where we'll end up next. I'm Carly Consker, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Thanks so much for listening to today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe, rate us, and leave a review. And as always, follow us on Instagram at OneandRobesPod. And while you're there, you might as well follow me at Carly Consker. See you next time.